everyone, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'll be drawing this really cool character from Cyarin's Halo Week challenge. I wish I could have participated in it every week, but I only managed to squeeze one illustration for the last week. Initially, I was really stuck looking for the right pose for her. I was too lazy to come up with a new pose, but just not enough to copy the one Cyarin drew. So I found a reference on Pinterest which basically saved my life, considering I spent half an hour drawing poses that I wasn't satisfied with. I know I never stick to a consistent style in my art, but I've been really enjoying this kind of varying line art lately. It's fun and quick to do, and I use it mostly for half a full body illustrations. For some reason, I never managed to make it work in portraits. Maybe it's the amount of detail that I need to put in them, but I can never make it happen. Recently, I've been leaning towards drawing full body illustrations, but I find them incomplete without backgrounds, which I absolutely hate drawing. A gradient or maybe a bunch of hand-drawn stars is the closest I've gotten to making a background. This is something I plan to improve upon once I get the time to practice. I really like the idea of cluttered backgrounds, but I find it too overwhelming to draw so many things in a small space. The Last Coffee Bean and Heart Slob are two artists that really inspire me, and I love to incorporate backgrounds like theirs in my work. I think there's only one illustration I've ever made with a proper background, and it's this layout design here. Again, I was too scared of the idea of adding color to it that it's still in grayscale. A tiny thing that's been helping me while working digitally is setting the default color of my canvas to a light grey instead of a stark white. It really helps the eyes and also makes picking the right colors easier, not that I swatch them first. It's been a while since I made this illustration, and I'm only now noticing that I forgot to add the tail, which for me was such an important part of this character's design. I'm glad I didn't mess up the rest of the outfit though. Doing the flat colors was definitely my favorite part of the process. You can just turn off your brain and work for a while. Cleaning up the edges is also really satisfying, at least for me.
I try to remember, but when everything is coming back to me, I feel as if my memory is paralyzed.
Now let's see. What is the last thing you can remember?
I don't know.
I think something I did wrong here was jump straight into rendering the face without doing flat colors in the rest of her body. Had I done so, I would have used slightly cooler colors for blush instead of this really warm orange. I must admit, rendering the face and the highlights was fun either way.
Go on.
I think that's all I have to say for today's video. I really hope you enjoy the rest of the process, and I'll see you near the end with my final thoughts. In the end, I think the highlights were my favorite part of the illustration. Not the ones on her face, but the ones on her suit or body. Maybe it's the brush that I'm using, or maybe this just proves how fun doing highlights is. That's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.